Hello, this is Lisa from Crop with Lisa. Thank you for joining me today. If you're like me, you're making the end of the year teacher and thank you gifts for the holiday season. And my gifts this year are going to be a set of 10 stamps. I just bought these at the post office. It's a set of 20 that breaks apart easily into 2 sets of 10. I'm making a black envelope where the stamps fit nicely inside. And I'm using envelopes that are readily available in my house. The 6 3/4. Let me show you what I'm doing. For step 1, I'm making the envelope. I'm starting with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. The first thing I'm going to do is cut it down to 8 inches. And then I'm going to cut the remaining side, the remaining 12 by 12 side, down to 6 inches. Okay. So I have 2 pieces of paper that are 8 inches long and 6 inches wide. Okay, here I have my 6 by 8 inch piece of cardstock on my Martha Stewart scoring board, which I love, and I score it at 2 inches and 5.5. If you want to be conservative, go to 5 1/4. This will fit into the envelope. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fold up on the scoring lines that I made. Now I have a short side, which is where I want the glue, and I have a long side, which I want to use for my flaps. So for this project, I'm actually using my ATG because I want a very sturdy hold. And I am just putting adhesive on each side on the short flap to about 2 inches up on the envelope, because I scored this at 2 inches and I know it will flip over to 2 inches. Okay, I have the short side glued down on both ends. I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm going to round the corners on the flap. There we go. And you can go ahead and put your stamps in, make sure they work, make sure they fit in there. So let's decorate the front a little. Well, if you're like me and you did the February 2010 Valentine's Day cards, aren't they pretty? You have some leftovers in your stash. Let's scrap our stash. This is the storybook, the black and white palette, and here are some of the samples of the papers I have left over. These storybook papers are 4.5 by 6.5. And I want a 3 by 3 square. So the first thing I do is cut the long side to 3 inches. So this is left over, I don't need it. And I was making 3 by 3 squares exactly, and I had a 1/2 inch left over, and I thought I'll never use that 1/2 inch. So I actually started making them rectangles, 3 1/4, instead of 3 by 3 exactly, because that way I had no paper left over. Okay, I'm using my corner rounder at this point. And I'm picking 2 edges that I would like to clip. So I'm doing that one. Okay, I'm just doing 2 out of the 4. Okay, and at this point, I want to decorate the front. So I'm flipping over my envelope. I'm going to check. Yeah, that's going to fit. And at this point, you can use your ATG or you can use your regular tape runner. My final step is to use up bling that I bought this year. I bought these for card swaps, shoebox swaps. So I'm just scrapping my stash again. And I'm putting some on. Usually I'm putting on 3 and I'm trying to make a triangle. And I'm trying to make it look like it should go with the paper somehow. So each paper has been a little bit different. Well, at this point the envelope's decorated and ready to go. I thought about securing it down here and maybe putting a punched circle with a little decoration, but this way they can open it and they can decide to regift it. I know they have these envelopes at home and they can easily regift this, so I'm going to leave it open. You can't tell if it's been opened before or not, and just putting it into the envelope, outer envelope, will secure it. The last part of my project is to address the envelopes. So I went to my storybook creator and I used my Frost digital kit, and I made a sheet of 8.5 by 11 envelope fronts. They're all the same, And I cut these out using my wavy blade on my trimmer. And then I taped it onto the front. So I'll have this on my blog if you want to download it and make your own envelope front. Thanks for joining me, and have a wonderful day.